Zach Moss.
And I'm AJ Finney.
And this is
Hippie?
Not Hippie. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of the Patreon episodes. I don't know, it's a special
It's
episode.
a special.
Of a hippie.
Not hippie.
Yeah. Who knows what we do for these,
I know.
huh?
I know.
Who
I like how
knows?
we mixed them up. The first time we'd gotten back from vacation, I totally fucked it up. I went hippie, and then we looked at each other, and Zach goes, "You have to say not hippie." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "God damn it, you're already fucking it up."
Yeah, so, I know that when I started the intro for this episode, you had a look of panic on your
Yeah, 'cause
face.
I was
You're
like,
like, who does what?
Yeah.
How are we doing this? What are we calling these? And I was like, you know what? We're just going to
We're
fly.
gonna steamroll it.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
no, do you want to introduce our guest since I don't really know this woman?
Yeah, I guess I will.
You know her better, I hope.
I think so. I don't know. The female guest that you're hearing today, or the voice you might be hearing on our podcast, is the one and only Ultra star Riley Reid. Everybody, Riley Reid's in the house. No, okay. It's my wife.
My wife.
It's
he
my
said.
wife. Marciana Finney is joining us today.
Wow, do you want to retake that intro?
Yeah,
No,
please, for the love of God.
She is steaming right now.
Yeah, do you want to retake that?
I
I can edit in
Yeah.
a better,
just already
nicer intro.
Pissing her off already.
Yeah, why are you trying to piss her off? We got a lot of time to talk.
Okay.
Be nice to your wife, Jesus Christ. All right, now do a good one. Do one like you're a loving husband.
All right, everybody. The female voice that you're hearing joining us
Why
today.
does that matter?
Well, because it's different than the man voice.
I have a really high lady voice.
You can say the other voice. Why do you have to gender the voice?
I don't. You know what? Now I feel like I'm being attacked.
Yeah, who knows?
All right.
Maybe we could gang up on him.
Like Riley Reid.
Oh, stop bringing her up. Good Lord.
All right. The other voice you hear in the studio today is Marciana Finney, my partner in crime for life, and my beautiful wife.
For life. And I guess your forever roommate.
Yeah, my permanent roommate.
Yeah, no, always a dream.
And Zach's temporary roommate for a little while. We all lived together for a little
Tempermate.
while.
Yeah. We all slept in the same bed. It was like it
was a twin
like
bed,
Charlie
too.
and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Charlie.
AJ was the middle. He was
Why did I have to be the nugget? Ted Nugget.
You were the middle of our little Oreo sandwich.
He was Charlie. He was our. Was there an old man Charlie
Yeah,
too?
there was an
or
old
just
man-
a boy Charlie,
No, just
or
the
were they
boy.
both Charlies?
I think just the boy. The old man was always going, Charlie,
Who's the old man?
Charlie. I think it was his
Charlie?
grandfather. So there's a guy at REA
Well, yeah,
named Charles.
yeah, but it's like that guy wasn't born, and they were like, "Do you know what we'll name this baby?" Grandfather.
But that would be great.
Didn't
do
he have
that.
a fucking name?
I don't know. Do you think his name also
Do you
was
want me to Google
Charlie?
this? Do you want me to
That
Google
might be a
this?
Googleable thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google it real quick.
Let's see.
Fucking.
Hot Google action on this podcast already. We are 2 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, we'll edit out that. There's magic. There's a lot of behind the scenes. You don't listen to the show, so you don't know all the.
I don't have time to listen to every show. You guys put out episodes every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's once a week.
That seems like every 5 minutes
That's
to me.
how often you're supposed to do it.
Oh, my gosh. so
How
many.
often does Supernatural come out?
It doesn't come out anymore because it's over.
Yeah, that's what
It's
you get.
over.
You attack me, I attack you.
15 years. 15 years. I hope your podcast
Get you where
lasts
it
as long
hurts.
as Supernatural lasts.
Oh, it's going to last longer. You know? Because AJ takes so many vitamins.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've been down on the vitamin. I've been taking so many vitamins since vacation. I'm trying to slowly get back up my tolerance to vitamins.
Yeah, that's what
I
you
thought
need.
my kidneys were failing on vacation. We weren't even taking that many vitamins. It was just like my normal night vitamins, which help my sleep and my hormones.
Do you take
And like we were taking like this, I don't know, immune boosting stuff because we're
what do
on
you
the
take
road.
for sleep?
Magnesium.
That's it.
OptiMag. It's like a really nice magnesium.
It doesn't have. You don't take any of that weird
Like melatonin or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Any of that stuff that's illegal down under.
No. I don't want.
I do have some melatonin.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
that's
move that.
you know
trying to
that-
move those units.
You know it's illegal down under.
In Australia?
Yeah.
Really?
Melatonin?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Why?
Because you can't sleep.
Because your body naturally uses it and then, or makes it, and then when you
There's
take
like
it,
some sleep aid. It's just not good for you. I think it's that one.
Melatonin.
Is
someone
there
told me-
another one?
Are you talking about like NyQuil or something?
No.
Ambien?
NyQuil?
No, it's like a
Like an herb?
yeah.
Oh. Valerian root?
5-HTP?
I don't think it's either of those.
Tryptophan?
I don't know.
I'll have to Google that.
We'll have to Google that one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Anyway,
what sleep aids
so we
are-
went to
so
the
the
Pacific
bucket,
Northwest.
Charlie Bucket's grandparents, he had 4 grandparents. The 2 men were
His
Grandpa
last
Joe.
name was actually Bucket.
Yeah, it was Charlie Bucket.
Oh man.
So he had Grandpa Joe and Grandpa
yeah,
George.
it's Grandpa Joe. That's
Grandpa
who
Joe.
it is.
But it's still, if we're following this, his first name is Grandpa, middle name Joe. Making me right again.
Well, yeah, Grandpa Joe Bucket.
Grandpa Joe Bucket
Yeah.
and Grandpa George Bucket.
Joe Bucket sounds like a fucking rap name.
I think everything.
Like we're going to the Joe Bucket show.
Joe Bucket.
Joey Bucket. Well, I don't know.
Joey
That's what they call Jimmy Butler.
Joey Bucket
They
sounds
call
like
It
Jimmy
sounds like
Jimmy Buckets.
it sounds like Jimmy Buffett's like cousin.
Jimmy Bucket?
Joey Bucket.
Yeah.
Joey Bucket sounds like the guy you call when you got to get rid of something. Like he sounds like an Italian dude where it's like, all right, well we got to call Jimmy. We got to get Joey Bucket down here.
Because he'll scoop it out.
Yeah, Joey Bucket makes it disappear. He gets rid of it.
It's Buckethead's cousin and also Jimmy Buffett's long lost child.
It's just-
Joey Bucket.
It's Buckethead just doing Jimmy Buffett covers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I impersonated Buckethead once.
Did you really?
Yeah, in a strip club. But I feel like I've told the story on the
Wait,
podcast.
you were a stripper? I don't think I've
No.
ever heard this one.
I can
No.
see you up there on the pole.
My buddy just told the bartender that we were famous. And when they asked what venue we played, he said the Gothic or something. Whatever he said, the guy got like really excited about it. And he's like, yeah, we played last night. And then I looked like he was just like lying to be cool
Yeah.
in the strip club. And I looked on my phone at who was there the night before when the guy got all excited because I'm like, I feel like he knows who was there the night before.
Yeah.
And I looked and it was fucking Buckethead, but I have long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you might
I
as
can
well
very
be.
easily
Beat any
Yeah.
heavy metal.
any long-haired heavy metal person that covers that wears a mask.
Yeah.
I'm in
So
Gore too.
You are
Yeah.
you are all of Slipknot.
yeah.
Buckethead
I
played.
play keg and Slipknot.
Bucket-
You didn't know that? It's my main credit.
Yeah.
That's how I got some money to start doing comedy.
Yeah.
Was
That sounds legit.
my keg retirement funds from playing keg and Slipknot.
Yeah.
And you had
Were
all
you at the
those-
Marciana? Were you at the festival when Buckethead played down in
Yes.
Eureka?
Yeah,
It
but
was-
usually I have like massive panic attacks.
It was,
so
dude. It was insane because
No,
if
I
you
wasn't
had
there.
to, if you had to impersonate any performer, Buckethead's the way to go. Because even the people bringing him in backstage that worked for us had no idea who he actually was. Like, there's only like 4 or 5 people that know his real identity. It is insane.
wow.
Yeah, I should just try and get into a concert that way.
Yeah.
I should just show up and walk in the back, and when they stop me, be like, "I'm Buckethead."
Buckethead. If you tell anyone,
Yeah,
I'm calling.
don't-
I'm gonna call Joey Buckets.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. I'm Buckethead. Don't tell anyone.
Now you're part of 7 people that know what I actually
Yeah.
look like. So, no pictures. Get the fuck away from me.
I'm Zach Bucket.
Then I disappear into the crowd.
Marcy Bucket.
You're a bucket.
So you guys just got done spending 2 weeks in a car together, right?
We did.
We
and
did.
We did not murder each other.
Which was
Yeah.
pretty. I'm gonna be honest. I've come to realize this about. I know I have this issue, but Marciana and I both do it, and the day we leave is almost a near divorce situation.
I am a perfect angel. I am an absolute angel. All of my feelings are valid. And you, sir, You schedule everything up to the very last second to where we have no time to sleep, no time to pack, no time to drop off the dogs, and all it is just go, 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 and it's insanity. And
I knew this was going to happen. I tried to sneak something into your schedule. Did you see it?
No.
I tried to sneak something into your schedule on your calendar at your house.
no, he
Right before you left.
Wait, did you write cum yum? Was that you? Dude, we blame that on the person watching our house. She totally accepted it.
She did.
She was like, I must have
owned
written
it.
cum yum.
Owned it. Wow, I really thought she wrote that.
We're sorry about that, Helen.
So you asked the person house sitting for you if
She
they wrote.
left. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, we'll get to this.
We'll get to that
We'll
at
get
the
to that
end.
later. We'll get to what Helen did.
Yeah, I'll share the picture of what happened at the end.
Yeah. So anyway, it's not out of her character wheelhouse to write something like that on.
Yeah.
And honestly, she could have done it, or thought that she did it.
Well, what's funny is I think I just wrote cum, so she might have wrote yum.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah,
It was a
she-
dual problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
just-
Well, I think I wrote two things though, so maybe I did write yum.
Oh, we didn't find the other thing.
No,
It got
no,
erased.
cum yum. He's saying he wrote two words.
Oh.
Yeah, but I didn't know they were right next to each other. Was
It
it
was
written?
like cum, and then right below it was yum.
Oh, all right.
So,
yeah.
and the,
Okay.
the handwriting was very similar.
Yeah, I think that was
When were
me.
you at our house? Before
Oh,
we
I
left?
come over all the time when you're not
Oh,
there.
do you have
He
a
cum
key?
yums.
Yeah.
Yum yums all the time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yum yum cum cum.
Anyway, so
I come over and watch your dog rub his penis on your other dog's back.
that was
they are good boys.
Dave's at our house today, and the dogs were like arguing for a minute. They were like gonna play fighting, and then all of a sudden they stopped, and the other one started licking the other one's dick, and he just goes, "I'm gonna get that dick. I'm gonna get that dick. Get that dick." Who wins this one?
They're two good boys, and they love each other. Okay. Anyway, so AJ schedules everything so close together.
What did we have to do the day we had to leave?
We
Yeah.
had to pack, take the dogs, and get all the dog stuff to the boys who were babysitting
yeah.
them. We had to go and see the most epic freaking
Dead and Co show.
Dead and Company show.
Yeah, and I almost gave
like,
those tickets away in the midst of a fight. I was like, "We're not going to the goddamn show."
Oh,
Like,
I
it
had
was-
a complete meltdown. I was crying. It was a whole thing.
So
It was upsetting.
here's my impression of AJ. I'm stressed. I have so much to do. Who makes this goddamn schedule?
Who does this to me? Who does it?
That's
And then he looks
it's
in the
fairly
mirror.
accurate.
He looks
Who
in the
did
mirror.
this? Ah.
He just like sees himself in the mirror, just like, it's me.
It's me. It's
I
me
do
who
this to
planned,
me.
who scheduled myself with 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
It's me who scheduled myself the
2
next day with
hours.
4 hours of sleep. It's me that wants to drive 16 hours alone. It's me.
Yeah. Hey, me, who do we blame?
Yeah. So when I lost my goddamn mind and started crying, and I was like, I hate this, like I hate how we have all of this stuff just like so jam packed and crazy.
Yeah, you're like, where's the goddamn sunscreen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So-
Zach had a "Where's the goddamn sunscreen" at the Dead show.
Did you guys have one?
We did. I thought I sent a picture.
Yeah,
I brought
we-
some sunbum.
yeah.
Or
and
sunbum.
we sat in the sun, and
We
that
were literally
was-
2 aisles down from the splash guard.
Oh.
Splashdown, yeah.
It was kind of like this kind of like, hey, you're going to sit in the sun to see them this time. But then when we went to the gorge, it was like, you are going to be baked in the sun. Like, you're going to be baked in the sun like just cookies, like on a hot
Yeah.
summer day. We were, it was bad.
I will say this, though. The show was really good. I'm excited. I've been reaching out to the winner of the contest to try to see if they will also want to be on the pod to talk about it.
Yeah.
But what an amazing show to get tickets to.
Yeah.
Because that drone show was unbelievable. We
I'm
spent
a
like
Daver now.
$90,000 on that.
I'm a big Dave Matthews fan. I never thought I'd go. Look at me, Zach. To a Dave Matthews concert in my entire life. I have been so anti Dave Matthews. And he came out and it was like, oh my God, it's Taylor Swift. I mean, it was like so.
You said Taylor Swift.
It was like so, like everyone like freaked out. And,
Yeah, and he was like, I am a David Matthews.
Yeah,
He was. He really was.
Yep. Yeah, but also,
My name is Dave.
also it was like it was like all Dead and Company people, you know, it was like all the Dead and Company like fans. So it was like
Watchtown.
Then
Yeah.
the drones are flying around, and he's like, I've seen a lot of satellites in the sky.
and then John Mayer did Your Body is a Wonderland, and it was amazing.
He did?
Yes.
What's that?
J-May did My Body is a Wonderland?
No, God damn it, Marciana.
And you didn't tell me?
We did. Harrison Garcia was there with us, and he did talk about, he was laughing. He goes, the most epic thing is go into Dark Star for the entire second set, into Drums in Space, and then come out and just finish the whole thing with My Body's a Wonderland, and then just leave without warning.
Yeah, I,
Just mic drop.
so I've been,
So Marciana's a Daver, and I believe that Zach is a mayor now. He's the mayor man.
I'm
Oh,
a J, well, we're J-Mays. That's what-
J-Mays?
Yeah.
I didn't
do-
know that.
And I made that up. That's mine.
Okay.
I own
Cheryl
that.
thing.
Marciana, we found an amazing shirt at the Gorge that she wants to get. Maybe I'll get you one. And it's just it's a giant picture of John Mayer on a shirt, and he's got the Bertha roses and a halo on his head, and the bottom says, "He is my Jerry."
Whoa, that's fucking pretty. That's pretty. God, I wish I could wear that in that section I was in. They would
Yeah.
lose their goddamn minds.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. There was a guy, you know that Adam Driver pillow that you have downstairs?
Yeah.
There was a guy that had
No, what are you talking about? What do you speak of this Adam Driver pillow?
Anyway, there you know
At
exactly
one point
what
where
I'm
you
talking
see
about.
you see a few photos, and you're like, "Cool, cool. All right, that might be too much."
Yes, there was
Yeah.
a guy with a shirt with John Mayer.
You mean Megan's
photos.
Rubby Square?
Rubby
Yes.
Square.
There was a guy with a T-shirt of John Mayer's like that, like psycho, like
Oh,
all
yeah.
different, you know, photos, and it was like, oh man, that's so good.
What I
That's
I know what to
so
get. I'm going to get you a
good.
comforter of that.
Yes,
I'm working on
yeah.
a bit about the that lady throwing up on me
Yeah.
at the Dead, and one of the parts that I haven't got to try yet is that, like, yeah, her body was a wonderland.
Dude, the funniest thing, we saw the at the cheese show, Marciana met the Alexes, and that got brought up again.
Oh, yeah,
just
'cause-
about the splashdown and how she was just like, just to open the tube, and I was like, man, I was
Yeah.
like, you're such a boss. And then after you found out there was vomit on the tube at the end, you're kind
She's
of like,
like, oh my god. Yeah.
So we went to the show and it was magical, beautiful. We got over ourselves.
it was worth the stress.
It was worth the stress, 100%. We went to bed, right? Afterwards,
We did,
We went
yeah.
to bed and then
I think we showered and then, well, maybe not. I think we went
No.
straight to bed and then showered. Because we
Yeah, 'cause
left at
we-
like 4
we, like,
a.m.
Is that
Literally-
good? You had to go straight to the bed?
It
No,
was,
we it's not good. No, we slept on top of the comforter and everything because we were like, we don't want to like unmake the bed. We're just gonna nap for 2 hours and then get in the fucking car.
yeah, we left early. So
We like
could-
napped and we like slept on top of the blanket so also that we wouldn't get too comfortable to where we'd like sleep too long because we needed to leave at like 6 a.m. to get to Cody before the
Because,
fireworks
yeah.
started because it was July 4th and we
Yeah.
needed to go and like get to our friend's house 8 hours away in Cody, Wyoming. And man,
Yeah, and that's how AJ was like, all right, let's schedule it where we have time for a 10-minute bathroom break.
we were gonna
But
just
why
leave. Right
why I'm a
after the
peeing,
show.
you're a pumping, and why I'm a pumping, you're a peeing.
Oh my gosh.
Under the table. Under...
Yeah, I don't know why AJ turned into a weird Dave Matthews pirate guy. But,
Hidden.
you're
I
a peeing, I'm a pumping.
Hidden. Gorge.
Okay, so
we went to Cody. But before we move on, I do want to, because you and Megan go on trips together. Do you guys ever have the pre-trip spat?
Oh, Megan and I, no, we don't fight ever.
I find that to be untruthful.
what is that?
What is this? How do you not sound like a demon?
Oh, I had to press the other button to make it stop.
Yeah, you can't just hold the demon button down.
I wanted to.
I wanted to hold the demon button down.
All right, nonsense.
If she listened to our podcast ever, she would know about this.
She would
but
know about this.
She doesn't
Yeah,
know.
but-
That's how you can tell she doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like the idea of someone listening to our podcast, though, and coming on, and then the first thing they go, where's that demon button?
Where's that demon button?
Well, how do you use it? Sounds weird when you say it,
she does sound like a lady
right?
demon.
It's like,
I'm a demon. Zach, I'm a demon. I'm a demon. That's right.
Riley Reed.
Stop it! God damn it! Anyway,
Okay, so you and Megan never have the pre-trip spats? Where it's like,
No, we have, but here's the thing. Megan and I have gotten to a point where we are both like, you guys probably overpacked so fucking hard for this trip, me knowing you guys.
we did pretty well.
And, like, yes and no. Like, I feel like we maybe overpacked a little bit of clothes, maybe, but
But we spent, because we weren't sure about the weather, but we spent
Yeah.
almost nothing on food because of the cooler.
yeah, this was the cheapest vacation by far. Everything was prepaid. All of our hotel was prepaid. Our campsites were prepaid. Like, we went and got food, right?
I think we
And-
only lost, like, the egg beaters didn't make it.
Yeah,
And
the
we
egg
should
beaters
have
were
eaten
weird.
the bean patties
a little
early
bit
on.
earlier, yeah. So, like, other than that,
But there definitely
Did they
was
get
more.
wet?
yeah, they were.
I think
they
it just
thawed
got
out.
hot and cold.
a wet bean
Wet bean patty.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what really turns me on?
Wet bean patties.
Okay.
All right.
Good to know. I will put that in my little book.
Yeah.
Things that turn AJ on.
Yeah.
Wet.
Wet bean patties.
It just
Anyway.
doesn't sound demony enough when you do it.
Well, that's because I am a perfect angel.
Okay.
Yeah.
But nice. So
No, we didn't overpack. So you and Megan
you guys-
actually you communicate well. You understand what each other is packing. You don't overpack. You don't ever overpack. You're ready to go at the time you say. You give each other enough time to understand what's going on and drop off Shrek and do the things.
I
and
feel like
give
I'm about to
somebody
be attacked.
No, I'm just. Zach said that he doesn't fight with Megan about leaving anywhere, and
I
that
think you
our
missed
big problem
the
was
satire.
our big problem is that we probably overpacked a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just making
I
sure.
believe he was being facetious about the never arguing.
yeah, I mean, I think
yeah,
we're
I
pretty
know that.
good though about it. Like, some stuff didn't make sense with Shrek the last time we were leaving, but I'm pretty chill. So it's basically like, does she want to get mad or
So
not?
she does everything. She
No.
packs everything.
No, we both have
guys-
our own.
you guys
we have
pack your own
we're-
shit.
Yeah, we pack our own shit
Yeah, and take care of your own things.
and take care of our own
And
things.
you don't have any shared supplies that you would have to
like maybe
figure out.
sunscreen would be one,
Wait a minute. I
Sounds
forgot
like
about.
a callback to me.
or toothpaste. But like we'll
So,
we'll
like,
share a few of like basic.
You don't share a tent. You don't share like cooking
We don't
things.
we don't go camping a lot. And
Okay. Is this why?
I can't really remember the last time we went camping, but I don't remember it being too bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does she enjoy camping?
yeah. I mean,
Do you enjoy camping?
not really.
Yeah.
Is
I
it the
mean, to
sleeping
be
on the
honest,
ground
I'd rather
part?
just go out to the lake and fish for the day and
then
hang
go
out
home.
and then go home. Like I don't.
Is it the sleeping on the ground, or is it the? Would you rather?
Yeah,
have, like,
even
a
if I
cot?
have a nice pad or whatever, I don't know. I just don't ever sleep well. I do like drinking beer around a fire, playing music, or staying up late. You
Yeah.
know, like
Making some
those things are fun.
s'mores.
But like, I really hate the sleeping aspect.
You got to take Benadryl.
You know, cooking is fine.
Yeah.
But like, a lot of times cooking at a campsite is kind of annoying.
We did a stove this year,
man,
and it made all the difference.
Game
Like
changer.
a small propane stove.
Yeah, we were experimenting a lot with new things. Just like
What was that laugh for? That was
Yeah.
it just sounded goofy. Okay.
No.
we experimented with new things. What is that? That makes it sound.
No, now you got to tell us all what.
We had a
What's
new
the-
Coleman stove that we
What's
were
the last thing you guys
experimenting with.
experimented with?
Our Coleman stove, and we put a thing over it. We put
Stop panicking, AJ's eyes.
he knows too much.
He's like,
No, it's like, so here's pro tip, #pro tip. You take go to a thrift store and get an old cover for like a saucepan or whatever, and you put that over like your griddle. Like, so if you're cooking anything, you just put that over your griddle and it cooks faster.
Oh, it did make a
and
difference.
it's a splash guard. So like if you have any grease or anything on there, it doesn't like get all over your stove, and then you don't have to clean your stove as much. You still have to clean your stove. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
We learned so much about the stove on this trip. 'cause
oh,
we've
so you
never
didn't
been.
try to clean it one time and shit got hairy?
No, it's
Got a little greasy around the Subaru or what?
well, you don't want to get a greasy Subaru.
No.
Looby Sooby.
They leak oil enough anyway.
So 4th of July, we're in Cody, Wyoming
4th of
with,
July,
with my old
Cody,
my,
yeah.
with Bill, my old high school buddy, my climbing partner, and we went and had food.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys do that shit where he like stands up straight and you like climb up him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no! I was
Look, I'm on Bill's shoulders. You know.
I'm a tall boy.
the last
Look at me, I'm a big boy.
the last time we were doing a float trip, AJ and Bill were figuring out how to do harnesses, but like with just rope, and it was.
Well, it's that particular type of knot because you can slide up, so it's almost
was
like an ascender. So you slide up
Perhaps
and it actually
one of
knocks
the most
itself up.
homoerotic things that I've seen in real
It
life.
was two
with
men in a rope harness cinching themselves up and then locking off.
And all
for
of us ladies
safety.
were just like sitting there and just like, okay.
What were you?
All right, boys.
Looking at man bulge like we were.
We were. Yes, we were. And we were like, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
So
over
it was
there.
pretty hot.
It was super
Hot
hot.
knots.
Yeah, hot knots. So I was hoping they would do it again, but they didn't. Anyway, we went to go 4th of July in Cody, Wyoming, above the rodeo grounds. They
Yeah,
do all
so-
the fireworks.
Before we got there, though, we went and had Mexican food,
Mm-hmm.
and Marciana was like, "I'm on vacation. I think maybe I'll have a margarita." And then it was like, "Do I just go with the cheap stuff or do I go top shelf?" And she was like, "I'm gonna go high end." And she started to get a little loopy, and then we started calling her Top Shelf Marcy because she was like,
I was like,
and then we went
Does Bill drink?
Oh, yeah.
Bill drinks, yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
drinks.
Hard?
He's a
pro.
heavy drinker.
He's a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we went to the liquor store. I got
Did you know this in Wyoming that you can go to these weird liquor stores and it's like
it's like a slushy.
it's a slushy
This is
with alcohol in it, but like they have
hold
them.
on. I want to explain this. So there's a big drinking and driving problem in Wyoming,
Yep.
right? This is how they combat that. You can go in and get a Slurpee of the flavor of your choice that
In
is
a-
loaded
in a
with jet fuel alcohol.
styrofoam
right?
cup.
Styrofoam cup. You can
And
drink
a-
it there if you want.
Yeah.
But you're like, I'd like to take this to go. First thing they do, they put a lid on it. You can't take a lid off. Everyone knows that.
Yep.
Is there a hole in the center to put a straw? Yes. Do they give you a straw? You betcha. But then they put that in a Ziploc container that they seal that obviously is too difficult to open by hand, alleviating you leaving with an open container.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like tropical liqueurs in Missouri. I don't know. Tropical liqueurs?
Yeah, I don't know. There's this bar in New York that sells all their beers in styrofoam cups.
Yeah?
And but like also just doesn't have a door guy, and their whole business is like people buy beers there before they go to the park. Like people
sounds
go
like
into this bar,
that's
they
a
buy
good
a
business
fucking
plan.
beer, and then they just walk out the door with
Yeah.
the styrofoam beer, and it's like a big, it's like a 20 ounce, but the styrofoam keeps it cold
Yeah.
in the park, and then so like. I don't know, Hiker and I, when we'd be like drinking, walking back and forth, if we didn't, the bar's actually nice too. It's called like the Turkey's Nest, I think. But it's the bar from where they film, where they hang out in Daredevil.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Where they
I
film.
love that you made eye contact with me during that moment.
Yeah.
Just like it
Yeah,
was the bar that they filmed.
I was like, Marcy likes this kind of shit,
Yeah.
right? Right?
You know, actually, we went and saw. No, not Daredevil. It was what's the other one? Did you say Daredevil?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of the.
Deadpool.
I know. I looked
Deadpool.
I looked
I
into
was
your eyes and
thinking
you
of-
forgot everything.
I was just lost in the blue.
I think we saw the
lost in
original
the blue.
Deadpool in Montana.
Yeah, with Bill. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Saw the
So-
original Deadpool.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
in Montana.
The
Just a
first one.
pool of dead.
Yeah, I was like, it's just a puddle where people drown.
That's just a puddle of blood.
And now I'm trying to think of Daredevil. I'm like, that was Ben Affleck, right?
Yeah.
The show on Netflix.
Oh, I didn't
But-
actually watch that.
Oh shit.
Ah man,
I
taking
know.
your nerd card.
I know.
I don't know. I thought
I
you
think
had. I thought you
I
had seen
watched-
everything, Marcy.
I have seen a lot. I have seen a lot. I think I watched the first couple episodes. Anyway,
So
Top Shelf Marcy came out in
Top
Wyoming.
Shelf Marcy came out in Wyoming,
then they-
Bill had it was a really ruddy drive up Cedar Mountain. So he's got a 4-wheel drive vehicle, and it's very difficult to get up. So it's very off road, and going up there, like everyone's
Oh,
kind of
you're
being
like-
shooken around a little bit.
Oh no!
But then we
did you
Shelf?
didn't become Pop Shelf Marcy?
Oh,
did you?
no. Then
Top
we-
Shelf Marcy's hardcore.
We had
Yeah,
to
'cause
hike
you can
up.
handle
She
your
doesn't
liquor
fuck
more than the
around.
lady at
Yeah.
the Grateful Dead. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Oh, yeah.
continue.
Yeah.
And then we
You
had to
drink
hike
3 times a year. What the fuck?
we hiked down through this bush ridge, and then had a beautiful place to see the fireworks. Like we were at eye level for the explosion, and there was a rock wall behind us, so it would echo. It was really cool.
Yeah.
You know how I like to be at eye level for the explosion.
Yeah, like Riley Reid.
You're gonna have so much editing to do.
No, I'll leave it in. This is the Patreon
Just like
episode.
Riley Reid. Just leave it in.
She always takes it out.
Oh, gross. Anyway, bless her
But-
heart.
So Marciana then got into her slushy drink and got a little bit more loose. And
Oh,
so by the
man.
time we had to hike out, everyone was a little jelly-legged. And then we got into Bill's car. We let the women choose the music while we were going down the ridge.
And
And
Carrie just went.
Carrie went, it was
She
Limp
went wild.
Biscuit,
Yep.
and we were going a little too fast. And I mean,
rolling.
No, I think it was Faith.
yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith.
Wasn't it? Wasn't it? I don't remember.
It was Limp
Because
Bizkit's
it would be
version of faith.
nice.
If I could touch your body. Because
Eye level explosion
Yeah,
all over
I just
my face.
the only thing I remember about going down the hill or down the mountain, it was like so shaky that like all my farts were getting shook out. I was like,
And
you guys are
so she
shaking
was
out all the
laughing,
farts,"
and
I was
nobody's saying
laughing.
anything. At the end, I was like, "What was so funny?" She goes, "Every time I'd go up and down, it was just like shaking farts out."
Oh man.
And farts are funny.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm pro
yeah.
fart.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm not there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love hearing a good fart story.
I like the sound of a fart, but I don't. What's funnier to you, the sound or the smell?
The sound.
Yeah,
If it's a really loud fart with no smell,
it's the best.
yeah. But if it's just a really stinky fart with no sound,
Sound?
It's like, dude, what the fuck? Man?
yeah, it's like there's a
the
leak
worst.
in here.
Okay. So if it's a high pitched dry, or you just there's that wet sound part
Yeah,
that is
no.
also extremely funny, but you're like, you might have to check that.
I'm sorry, but silent but deadly farts will always be the most funny.
What? To the to the person doing it or the person receiving it?
To the person who farted. Because
Well, clearly,
I remember,
but-
I'm gonna need a box of Kleenex. Do you guys have Kleenex in here? 'Cause
Why, did you
I'm gonna
fart?
start crying.
Did you just
I'm just remembering
how bad the fart was that it's making your eyes leak?
when
Just the look on their face.
What the fuck? And then I'll never forget my uncle driving that car off the road when I let a gasser go.
But they're like,
fucking smell?
they're like reaching for the handle as they're dying. You know, like,
What's happening? I can't breathe. Yeah, I think I was talking about the
there's
person
TP in the
receding.
bathroom if you want to go.
hold this, I'm gonna have
Like Riley Reid. Oh my God. Yeah, I was talking about the person receiving the fart. Hey, Shrek.
Yeah. She doesn't listen to our podcast, but here she is crying, laughing in the bathroom right now.
I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? What's going on in there?
Yeah.
Are you okay, Marciana?
The best part is she's laughing at her own fart.
Yeah, she's just in there farting and laughing.
She's
right
laughing at her own fart from weeks ago in the
And
bathroom.
The worst part is to prove how funny they are, we cannot hear the fart. So it's just like,
Yeah, she's crying about her own farts in my bathroom right now. What the fuck? Such a weird house guest.
my makeup is running. Oh, this one's not on. Are you okay in there?
No. I'm not okay. Oh my god. Okay. Phew. Is this my mic?
Yeah,
Yeah. Just
that's your mic.
Have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
Anyway.
Okay, so are you ready to go back to this and hold it together?
Nope. For sure. Let's do this.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of time.
Yeah, you're just farting around here.
So we're in Cody.
All right, so Marcy's blowing it out. You guys don't
Yeah.
even know what's hitting.
No.
You're like fucking
Bill's-
new. He's like new well around here,
Yeah.
new gas well.
It's like
Huh?
Bill's just looking at me going, the sulfur ponds are strong tonight.
And he's like, oh, I think there's a dead horse over the ridge.
At one point he got woozy and then we jumped and he goes, good thing I hit that bump. It woke me up.
I think it's because my farts don't normally stink, and when
Okay.
they do, it's hilarious to me. It is so funny. It is obviously I have to excuse myself because I am laughing so hard. 'Cause
I
they're-
believe
they're-
I want to say that I believe on this trip at one point you shushed one out and I was like, what the fuck is that smell? And I didn't know what it was. And then she just starts doing this. She just starts going,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck? And she goes, it was me. It was me. I farted. I'm like, what is
Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. Stop.
So yeah, I forgot about that. She really enjoys just shushing them out while someone is driving.
It's been my entire life. It's been the funniest thing. So if you ask me if it's a loud fart, those are fine. You know, they're funny.
To the person that hears it, like anyone around, like if you hear like a, you're like, little trumpet sound.
Yeah. And I don't know if I ever did this to you, Zach, but I know I did it to Dustin because he will bring it up almost every time I come around or I come back and see him. But I would look at him in the eye and I would hold his arm or something like that,
And
or
then
I'd
fart.
and then I would squeeze and then I'd fart really loud, like a loud fart.
No, I'm glad we never got there.
Yeah, we were right at the cusp before we
We
left.
just got
It's-
at the. I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm going to go do a podcast, and I've had to clean up pee from all of the people in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
So-
do that to Jason?
Did you ever have to clean up Jason's peep?
Nope.
No.
Did you ever grab his arm and fart?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like he would have punched me.
I talked to him for an hour and a half last night.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
How's it good? Is it good?
Did he move?
No, he's still in North Dakota. He seems happy.
That's
He's
good.
like talking to me like he's talking like a country song. He's like, yeah, I just like
Got my truck.
I
Dog's
just like chasing the sunset on a dirt road. he literally said that shit to me.
That's a Jason quote. I just
Yeah,
like
he's
chasing
like-
the sunset
he's like-
on a dirt road.
He's like, I just like having a few cold ones, chasing the sunset on a dirt road,
Yeah.
And like,
Yep.
all right, buddy.
Yeah. That's sounds.
And then he's like, the winters are miserable. They're
true.
miserable, but he's like, it's almost exciting though, because it's like you got to survive. So yeah, I think he's having a good time out in the
Yeah.
country.
I tried to send him, videos and stuff on Instagram or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
Then we talk about stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, we were in Cody.
Yeah, Cody, Wyoming. Then we left and we had a bomb to Spokane, Washington, which Spokane's cool. Have you been through Spokane before?
Yeah.
Is it
It's-
cool or is it
it's-
just okay?
Well, it's
It's a shitty town.
very strange. It's got a high meth vibe.
Yeah, it's a shitty.
It does
it's just
not
known
pass
as
the
a
vibe.
shitty town.
It does
But
not
the-
pass the vibe check.
No, but the state park that we stayed at was really cool.
It was really cool,
But it is
beautiful.
literally like less than
2
4
minutes.
miles or so from the city.
Yeah.
But it is a really cool state park.
Yeah. We didn't have enough time to even.
Nope.
Again, we didn't have enough time to even build a fire. We just had
No.
enough time to
Yeah.
get there.
AJ told me about the first 2 days of the trip, and like AJ tells me a lot of his plans sometimes, and in the back of my head I just go, "Your time management is shit."
But it was so we went from Cody to Spokane, which is a long drive, but the idea was so that we could get from there to the gorge in less than a couple of hours.
Yeah, the gorge. It was what 2.5 hours from where we were.
And we got there at like 2:30. The gates opened at 1, and thank God we got there when we did. I'll tell anyone listening, if you go to the gorge and you have the money, pay for premium premium camping is worth the money. You have flush toilets, you have showers. If you get in early, you're right next to the store that has AC.
How much more is it for premium camping?
Probably a few $100. But it is 100% worth it.
Every single penny.
It still took us 2.5 hours.
What if you don't
to
like
get
shower
through.
and you like shitting in a bucket full of sawdust, huh?
well, I guess.
What if you like letting them out loud?
Well,
Oh,
the middle
you're
of
not-
the camp?
You're not just shushing them out?
you're not just shushing them out and crying so hard that you're laughing so hard that you're crying, and then you have to
But-
go to the bathroom and get like paper towels and
We
wipe your face up.
We had never been to the gorge, which is beautiful. But I will
Gorgeous.
say, like, we had no idea how long it was going to take
People
to
say
get
that
in.
the gorge is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
But it's
Is that a fun
Middle
thing
of
people do
nowhere,
Yeah.
center of everything is their
Yep,
their
that's
thing.
their logo.
I just like walked by a poster that said middle of nowhere, center of everything, and then AJ like looked at me like I had just like thought up the
Yeah.
most poetic terminology for where we were.
like, man, that's
And then I
great.
said,
Yeah.
look.
and then I looked at the sign and I was like, you piece of shit.
AJ's probably was like, that's a butthole.
Everything. That's a butthole.
Middle of nowhere, center of everything. Shush in my face. But yeah, our one of our neighbors, Mike,
Mike.
he lived in the Portland area, and he told us what happened because it took us so long to get in. I was like, how are they going to get all these fucking people in here? Because after we got set up, we looked, and the line of cars went all the way down the road, arced around, and was probably back to the major highway.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, last week at a festival they had there, some dude got spun on mushrooms, flipped out, and shot people. So they had
Dogs. Officers.
bomb sniffing dogs.
Yeah.
It was just taking so long.
Yeah. These
And
poor
when we got
dogs
up there,
out
I was like,
in
man,
100-degree heat. It was crazy.
We're gone for 2 weeks. I literally have our entire car is loaded with shit. It's
Yeah.
going to take you forever to dig through here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, did they?
No, they were pretty good about it. I mean, they
No,
sent the
they just
dog
kinda-
around smelling for stuff. They asked if we had narcotics, and then they popped the cooler
Did
open.
you?
No. And it was weird because they were like, anything that's not, like, you have narcotics, anything like that's not marijuana, even mushrooms. And I was like, mushroom? Like, I thought mushrooms were legal on the West Coast. But then once I got in and heard the story, I'm like, oh, that's what you're trying
Yeah.
to alleviate.
Yeah.
Yeah, even mushrooms. I like
Even
how they're
mushrooms.
like how in
mushrooms.
Washington they're like, we know it's not a real drug, but
Yeah.
like it's scary, but we have to. That sucks. That's like probably a guy that could have done that if he was drunk or no matter what drug he was on.
Right.
But now people
Yeah.
are like, oh, it's the mushrooms that made
Right.
fucking. We
Yeah.
we finally have
Right.
something to blame, not the guns.
Well, that's I had to tell someone last night, and I've said this a lot of times. I don't think marijuana is a bad drug. I think I'm a bad person for marijuana. Like, I don't think I'm an advocate for people using it, but when I use it, I mean, I have a hard time with it. I wish it wasn't true, but
You got to build your tolerance back up.
that's
Yeah.
what last night I told that story, or I told a story of what my old roommate Dustin told me, because I was like, I just don't understand why I can't do it. And he goes, you got to do it every day. And I was like, oh, build a habit? You know, I'm not sure about anal sex. Oh, just do it till you go numb. Then it's fine. Then you
Yeah.
start having fun.
Well, no, and if you do get fucked in the ass every day, it gets easier.
Does it?
Does it, Zach?
I don't know.
Like Riley Reid.
I imagine so.
I imagine so.
We'll just sit and wonder the
We'll
the
just
rest
sit
of
and
this.
wonder.
Just,
Yeah, just a moment of silence for everyone's butthole.
Yes, this the rest of this time. Just
Yeah.
Anyway, I have to leave in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Well, what's your best story from the trip?
Yeah.
What's my best story?
Yeah.
I was not prepared for this for a 3-minute thing. I think my
What are some of your fondest memories? I'll let you do that.
I would say
Or one of your best.
our hike that turned into like a 7-mile craziness. It
on
was
the
supposed to
Oregon
be.
coast.
It was on the Oregon coast, and you start at the beach, and then you go up, and then you have this overlook. But it was supposed to be like 2.5 miles to wherever we went, and then 2.5 miles back. So that's like 5 miles, whatever. We ended up overshooting it and going for another mile, and I feel like it was all just straight up. And I was cussing and spitting the whole way because that's what I do when I hike, especially going on the ups. And what was
Yeah,
it
you
that I said?
complain a
If we
lot.
can't, I do complain a lot. What was it I said? It was like if we don't go to here, then we don't deserve to go see the
'cause
waterfalls.
There's a 10-mile hike the next day. Well, it's called 10 Mile Falls, and it's 7.5 miles. And we were going to do that the following day. And Marciana was just like, I was like, well, we can turn around at any point. Like, you lead this. And she's like, if we can't make it this far, we don't deserve to see waterfalls. And I was like, Jesus, when did you become my dad?
Yeah.
But I do want to say this about Marciana. 2 things that I was really proud of her for on that trip is, one, she led the hike. I was willing to turn around at any point. She finished it. And at one point was so mad because she had to pee, she's fucking sprayed a tree. So she peed on the
I
trail,
hate peeing on trail.
and
fucking
she
hate
finished
it.
the hike. So
Yeah.
both of those things are usually things that do not happen.
Yeah, really maybe did some serious damage to my knees because, like, as we were going uphill, it was like, it's not the uphill that is, like, the uphill is a pain in the ass and I'm cussing and spitting the whole way, but the downhill is what really fucks up your knees. It's, like, so bad
Your knees
for you.
get fucked up when you go
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Going down does fuck your knees up.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, you guys. This is, anyway,
We're 12, all right?
you are 12-year-old
Says the
boys.
woman who cried laughing about her own fart.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, her shushers. Yeah. The Ghost Forest?
Ghost Forest was pretty cool.
Yeah. Right when we got
Dungeness crab.
what was the Kawanda?
Did AJ eat crab?
No,
I did try it.
Yeah. I had
did
the
try
crab.
fresh crab. It wasn't bad.
Yeah?
He
Yeah.
had the fish and chips.
I had the cod.
We saw a camel.
2
on the
camels,
streets.
which is really strange. Like, there was a moment where we were at a coffee shop. I turned to the right. I saw 2 camels walking by, and I was like, I think the heat's getting to me. And I said, Marciana, look. And she goes, what? And I was like, there's camels. And she looked and she goes, what the fuck? And then we looked at the barista and was like, is that normal? And she goes, no. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You saw
Yeah.
a camel too?
Camel toes.
Camel twos.
Camel toes.
Camel twos. Yeah.
And
Camel
then at the
twos.
beach, there was lots of camel toes.
Ew.
Camel toes.
I think that was the most, like, that hike was probably the most epic thing that we did.
Yeah. And then we got to Tumalo, Oregon, and that was fun.
It was
We were
dusty and
definitely
dirty.
closer to the city, so you could start to hear cars. The way it was set up was after we got kind of isolated and away from a lot of people, then we slowly started to integrate back into society to be around people again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you had to integrate back into society.
integrate back into
The
society.
savage wild
yeah.
beast.
Yeah.
There's feral, just rawr.
But that morning, what you doing?
Nothing.
That morning coming out of Tumalo, when we had to pack up, I was not in the best of moods.
No. Oh my gosh.
How do you think I sounded, Marciana?
You sounded like this. You were like, oh my god, we have to go. There's so many things to
do?
I don't think that was it. I was mad because we were.
No longer living in the dirt.
Yeah, and like
was
I
the-
had this. I think the biggest thing that you take away from trips like this is that you need to really overly communicate with your partner. Like in that moment, I thought like, oh, we were gonna get up and go look at the river, and there's a whole bunch of cool, beautiful stuff like
We were
across the
supposed
street.
to watch the
We're
sunrise.
which we slept through, which because we don't ever have time to sleep, it was nice to be able to sleep. Anyway, the thing was like he had his agenda. I had what I thought we had planned from the night before, and then he gets up and he's just no communication, just ripping shit everywhere, putting stuff. We got to get this before the sun hits us. God damn it! Blah,
it was
blah,
true.
blah.
It was going to get hot, but also
See, this is where you're fucking up, AJ. You just get up and do whatever they want to do.
But yeah, the problem was like I
Make your life a lot easier.
I got up and then I laid in the hammock by myself for a little bit because I spent the night getting that thing rigged up, and I was like, get in it, and she was like, I don't want to get in it. That made me mad.
I didn't want to get in the like it was over like this tree stump, and it was like on this really thin tree, and I was like, I don't think that's going to support my weight. And I don't want to like break my back when it falls.
She doesn't trust your craftsmanship.
I don't trust the tree. Yeah, I didn't trust it.
You gotta trust me.
I don't blame her.
Also, it took forever for you to put the thing up, and I was just like, I'm trying to make dinner, do all this other stuff.
I was battling some thistles.
You're just over there in the brush trying to put up this hammock for no reason.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Did he get to use a little hatchet or something?
I did use a hatchet.
Oh, that's why, because he got to do some chipping and some chopping that didn't mean shit. Didn't matter. He just wanted to hit something with that hand.
Yep.
No, you get a man around a hatchet. He wants to swing it. He wants to cut some brush.
I just like listening to the river flow, chasing sunsets down a dirt road.
I gotta go, guys. This has been really fun.
All right. Marciana, if anyone wants to find you on social media, where can they find you?
My accounts are private. You'll have to request me, and I probably won't approve you if I don't know you personally. So, yeah.
Yeah,
you can see pictures of me with AJ on his Instagram account.
Yeah, you can find Marciana fucking leaking them out in the REI.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Stop by the flagship and she'll shush you.
Just fucking filling up propane tanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Empty cans.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm gonna see you again. Well, there we go.
Yeah, shake his hand.
What do we do? We just do this. Ready?
What? No, I thought it was like some sort of like.
What do you? Okay, this doesn't make any sense.
You gotta like.
What are we doing?
This is it the
This is
thing?
over the top.
Yeah.
So you gotta
Yeah. Yeah.
get the fuck out of here and go to work.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Marciana.
So now that she's gone.
Yeah, let's talk about what really happened.
Yeah, what really happened?
Yeah. I don't know. I will. It was a good trip, all in all. It was, yeah, it's a good trip.
Just know she can't hear this unless she pays $5, so you
That's
can say
right.
whatever you want.
Whatever. Yeah.
Because she doesn't have $5.
That's right. Right. That is a fact. So I just want to say my scheduling was flawless.
AJ spent all their money on posters. She doesn't have $5 to spend on
dude.
this. How many posters you buy at the Gorge?
Through that whole trip. So from
How many posters did you buy at the Monday show?
none, but I still count it as 2. So for every show I went to, I have a total of 6 posters by the time it's done. 2 from Cheese on Sunday at Red Rocks, which the coolest thing was
You didn't buy any at the Dead Monday show, though, and at Folsom.
No, because I already had them. And
Oh.
they were sold. Like all the other, like the day we went and I got those posters, they sold out. There was
they don't release some every day.
sometimes they will, but I mean there were only 4,000 of those ones that had the bus on it, and there were just people doing shitty stuff. Like I think we talked about it, and Alex
And
might
they were
have brought it
$100 a piece.
up. No, 60, I believe.
Well, that's crazy though, because I'm like, oh, $90,000 drone show, but I'm like, they made fucking $250,000 just off of the fucking posters.
Yeah, yeah. And however that's divvied up. I mean, I don't know what the artist gets paid, obviously. But then at the Gorge, I got the official. I could have got the uncut for both nights, but we were only actually at one night. So I only got the poster that we were at. And then I got the AJ Masty official that he did, because that was going to be a limited run. And that's the one that I have hanging
Is
on my
that the
wall.
guy who did your shirt?
No, that's Robert Marks. But I did see him. Rob was at the Cheese Show at Red Rock, so got to hug him and ask how he was doing. He asked me if we were getting ready to do any more spinner pins and kind of go from there. So
Nice.
it's a fun trip, though. I really, honestly, Marciana will agree with me. There were times that we fell in love with the areas that we were at that we weren't sure we were going to be excited to come back home. Bozeman, Montana was a place that I was like, even today, Marciana and I talk about it. Bozeman passes a vibe check for us, where it's like we could live there. Coast of Oregon was beautiful. I don't think I could live there.
My sister lives in Bozeman.
Really? Mm-hmm. Dude, it's great. Rachel?
Yeah. She just moved there from Kalispell, which is also a very beautiful place.
Yeah, Kalispell's up near Glacier, and they also just opened an REI there.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, Montana's very pretty, but there's fucking not very good flights out of there, and not a lot of
That's the thing.
stuff
It's like
close.
when you look at it, it's places like that for me. It's like the problem is like, yeah, comedy and people and the entertainment industry. Otherwise, it's just like if there was a place to retire and just hang out, like or like some sort of vacation home, that's where I'd want to be.
Yeah. Well, I was like talking to Jason last night, and I'm like, North Dakota, dude, like if you want to be in the remote, there's so many like, in my mind, cooler remote places to be where it's not just hell for the winter. But,
Well, the North Dakota Badlands are pretty. Like right out between like what is it, Williston and Dickinson, I think, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, he's working so much, I don't think he can really do anything, anyways. But it was nice to catch up.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't talked to Jason in a while.
But, give him a call sometime.
Yeah, we should get him on the old potty sometime.
Oh yeah, get him a few beers first.
Yeah,
get him chatty.
Yeah, get him loosey goosey.
But you didn't want to come back to society. You liked living in the dirt, as you said.
Dude, I genuinely loved it. Like, this was the hardest part for me was, one, I fill my schedule, as you know, so tightly that I'm constantly working. So when it took me 2 days to get used to just being around and not having anything to do, and when we were on the coast, sleeping next to a campfire and then hearing the ocean, but smelling all like the Douglas firs and the trees, it was so relaxing. Like I was sick. I don't know if you remember, like before I left, it was like 3 weeks since the Vail Festival. I couldn't get better. My throat wouldn't.
It's like a month.
It was a while. And I think it was just exhaustion and not giving my body enough time to heal. But after like 2 or 3 days of being out there, I just started to feel better. And for me, it was like when we left the gorge, in my head, I kept going, we still have so much vacation. Like, it's literally the longest vacation I've taken. And then when we started camping, I was like, we still have this. And after the coast, we still have all the waterfalls we're going to see. Yeah. And then when we got to Tumalo, it was the realization that I was like, okay, we stair-stepped ending the vacation.
Yeah.
So there was a sadness of once we got to the coast and started heading east again, that was the first time where I realized, okay, this is the beginning of the end. And when I woke up in Tumalo, I realized I was wrapping my tent up for the last time, because then we were going to a hotel, then we were going to Jackson Hole to stay with a friend, and then we were coming home. And it took me a good 3 hours in the car to be like, you're ruining this vacation for yourself by being grumpy.
Time is a bitch.
Yeah.
Everything ends.
It is.
Everything dies.
Oh, that's what Marciana can remember, I'm sure, because that was one thing I said. I was like, well, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever.
So you said it took you a few days to get into this headspace where you were kind of relaxing a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything from that experience about how to not necessarily take yourself to a point where you're sick for a month?
Yeah, actually, there was a lot of self-realization on that vacation that I'm trying to monitor myself now, and just some of the things I did. Like, I remember we saw a billboard that said, kill your television and read more, which it doesn't seem like it's that impactful. It's also something I've heard a lot. But when we got home, we moved our television from the bedroom. Like, I just realized, like, having that light on constantly and sleeping probably wasn't allowing me to get the quality of sleep I wanted. So now I just there's like some jazz on a radio that I listen to because I still need noise due to the tinnitus in my ears. And trying to monitor myself, trying to make sure that I have a little bit of time to sleep or relax.
Well, and something that I've been really big on the last 2 weeks. I read this article that's like, if you're having trouble sleeping, try these things. And a lot of it was, the stuff you always hear. But the one thing that I've heard a lot that I've never really done, I've always had a TV in my bedroom.
Yeah.
I've always done that. But it's like your bedroom should be for sleeping and fucking.
Yep. That's
it.
Yeah.
And what they also said is like, if you go and lay down in your bed and you're laying there for 20 minutes and you're having trouble falling asleep, get up. Get up and go read, or get up and go do, don't get up and look at your fucking phone or a screen, but like get up and do some work. If you have something in the back of your head that it's like, fuck, I got to do this thing, just get up and go fucking do it. If it's going to keep you up. Gotcha. Because then
the sleep feels like a reward.
Well, but also when you go back to bed and you're tired, you're furthering that thing that with your body, that habit of when I come in here and lay down, I fucking go to sleep. Yeah. And man, I'm falling asleep better than I have in a long time because I know I wait until I am tired and I go in, lay down, and I'm fucking out in like 10 minutes the last few days.
Yeah, that's what I've realized since we moved the television. I bet it takes me 15 minutes max, if that, to fall asleep. Where normally I'd be up for an hour or so because I would get sucked into whatever program was on. And then I would fall asleep also kind of crumpled because I wouldn't be preparing myself for how I was going to sleep. I would just be kind of propped up and hunched over.
Yeah, I thought it was super weird when I saw your house that you had a TV in your bedroom, but you didn't have one in your living room.
Well, that's because of the projector. So now we have the television.
So you have a projector.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have the television in the living room now, so you could watch that. And then if you need something bigger, we still have the projector. It's also odd because there's just a giant blank wall there. If you don't know, it just looks weird.
Yeah, it did look weird. That makes more sense now that there's a projector there.
But that's the whole thing, and I will speak to it. Like less than a week, not having the television in the room has allowed the bedroom to then become, a place where you go to sleep or a place you go for sex. Like, that's it. And it's not a place that you go for work. I think what happens, and for me, it's always been like, I've lived with other people, so there's been like a living room or a kitchen. Everything's been communal, and then you've got your own space. So your bedroom becomes like a dorm room. So then your television, your computer, like whatever it is in there.
Oh, yeah. Growing up, I mean, when I was a kid, I had a couch and a TV. I had a little living room set up inside of my bedroom.
Probably like a game system.
Yeah. And, that's where I hung out most of the time. I had my little TV in my room. My brother had his TV in his room, and my mom would watch TV in her room or upstairs. And every once in a while we would watch a movie or something together. But for the most part, we just had our own areas.
Yeah. But I don't know. That was the biggest change I think I've brought back from that.
I thought I needed TV to fall asleep for a long time.
I definitely lived that life.
And that's bullshit.
Yeah. There's also a weird paranoia in my head where I'm like, what's it doing to me? Like, that's new. Where I'm like, what are all the lights and the sounds and all that? Like, what's it doing? Because I'm constantly
not good shit. The phone's not doing good shit either.
Well, and that's something that Marciana and I have been working on, and I'm trying to get her to not doom scroll on the phone before you get out of bed. Like, if you do it in another room.
Yeah.
Because that was another thing. I would listen to the television while I went to sleep, but she would just get sucked into programming and not get out of bed.
Yeah.
And so now since we got back and we were on the Pacific Northwest in that coastal area, we've just been going back and watching Twin Peaks just for the landscape of itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you watch a couple of episodes, you get tired on the couch, and then you make your way to the bedroom.
Yeah. Be tired before you go to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Or horny.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the two. So cool. Well, yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks
we
for the
appreciate
support.
you supporting the Patreon. Yeah, we love you guys. Thanks so much for getting on the motherfucking